There we go. Took some time, but we're finally online. Okay, so let's get this started. Let me just real quick set up what we need to set up, which is, where's my terminal? There we go. Boom. Okay, so today has begun, and today's plan is to do some pixel art. Now, how do we get into any new plan? Well, what we're gonna have to do is look at our starter. And we have what we need for anything. We need to know what we want. We need to know what to do. We need to see what we want to become. So I turn this on, and now when I click on this right here, boom. Okay. So with my glove on, let's look back at that. Ooh, there we go. So I'll actually use this color for, no. This color for headings, sure. So this is pixel art. We need to see, good gosh. We need to see one, what do we want? Like, where do we want to reach? What we hope to accomplish from this? So what is a good pixel artist? A good pixel artist can do, I guess there's two components that are really important for any artist, and that's to be able to make a background, and then another that's a character. I recently talked to somebody who was a illustrator, and they seem to suggest that these two are two important features of any artist. So knowing that, we know that these are two things that we want to be able to do. What features does this have? Well, I don't know. And looking it up might be less efficient than playing the game. So this is a work in progress. So fill after game. So we don't know yet what we want to be, but hopefully with the game we should have a faster idea of what we want. And since we can't fill that out yet, our do is just going to be play game and then assess. We don't know what we want, but if we are relying on something to figure it out, figure it out, then it just makes sense that you not, dig too deep into it until after then. And then we obviously doing whatever is up there will make you become that thing. Additionally, one thing we want is to just have some kind of routine to be able to do it, because that's how you get good at any practice. So this is our current goal. This is what we want to do to become a good pixel artist. Now, that said, we want to try and do this fill after game section. So I'm going to make a new section here on what we're learning from the game. So PA Academy. For as we learned from our learning how to learn, there are a few important things to actually absorb something. One is to put stuff into long-term memory, and one is to pull stuff out of long-term memory. And we are going to, when we make a routine, it needs to have something that allows us to do either of those. So going here, we have info in. So that's two things that a routine needs. It needs somewhere to get info in, and it needs somewhere to get info out. So knowing this, we need to track our learnings of PixelArt Academy over here. speaking of, let me get some music on. And boom. Okay, so we need to track our learnings for PixelArt Academy. Yes. And so, well, in order to do that, we're gonna have we're gonna keep some subheadings here. So this is gonna be tools, which are things that we use and we need to remember that we should be able to use, because I imagine any art thing would have like tools. So that's where we're going to maintain that database. We're going to have ideas or learnings, where we're going to track the stuff that we ended up, knowing conceptually. And we're going to have our tools, learning, and whatever. We'll figure this out. So I know there has to be something else, but I can't think of it. So we're gonna leave it at this, because it's my art and I can decide what what I want to do with it. So okay, so moving into it, let's open up our PixelArt Academy, and that is hello PixelArt Academy, you have been summoned. There we go. I'm gonna reduce it a bit. Actually, I'm gonna close the music because this has its own music. Aha! Oh, that's such a cute track. Okay, so let's look into this. More settings. Radio effect, frequency. Oh, whatever. Is there any setting that I should care about? Nah. Oh well. Extras. Ooh, there's a roadmap. Pixel art tools, fundamentals, and design fundamentals. Interesting. Oh, I see. Nice. It's just kind of showing us where the current courses are and how they plan on adapting this and improving it over time. That's very interesting. Okay, getting into this. Let's see. Create a new save game. A save game. Boom. Your game will be automatically saving to this disk. Click here to read task instructions. Okay. Notepad will keep track of your current tasks. You can always click on a task to learn how to complete it. Click on the arrow to get back to the tasks. Okay. Can I click on him? Hello. Here are his thoughts. Roald Dahl once said, "Life is more fun if you play games." I wonder what type of games he was thinking of. Walt Disney once said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." He said, "Life is more fun if you play games." He said, "All our dreams can come true." Dali once said, "A true artist is not one who is inspired, but one who inspires others." You gotta have other thoughts. Damn, he doesn't want to share any more thoughts with me right now. Learn basic pixel art tools. Nice. Drawing app, complete the basics tutorial to learn how to use essential drawing tools. Okay. Do I like drag it? No, I tap on it. Pixel art tools basics. Learn how to use the most essential pixel art tool, a 1-pixel pencil. So, this might be cringe, but get this. That's our first tool. Look, if I treat every tool with the same respect, then I'll have the greatest amount of information, right? So even if it seems simple to you guys, I think that this like noting it down with this level of detail is gonna pay off in the long run. So it's fine. I will note it down as a tool because I believe this is the correct way to approach this. Um, PixelArt Academy, you have been summoned. Please come back onto the screen. Oh gosh, there you go. Speaking of, what was that just now? Nice, okay. There we go. Pencil. Learn how to use the most essential pixel art tool. One pixel pencil. Gotta start somewhere. Start. Okay, so I imagine is there a keybind or something? Oh, what the heck? Keybinds work? Neat. I was like, it has to be like B or P because I've seen that in like GIMP and tools like that, art tools like that. That's interesting. Nice. Go back to your portfolio, and it's so amazing how so few details can actually result in something as iconic as this. I want to check something actually. I want to just look at this again so I can note something. This was one diagonal. This is another diagonal. They would have had two options here. One is to either make it an inside triangle or one is to make it more pyramid-like. So having made it pyramid-like, they must have thought to themselves, hey, let's give it arms. Having made this, they're gonna think this is too jellyfish and I'm gonna make it more alien. So what can I do? I don't know, make it thicker. So if I just make a complete like with this, it kind of looks cyberish, or maybe just still thick jellyfish. And so from this point on, it would make sense that they'd go like, hey, we still need to make it kind of creepy, so let's give it like some fangs. And with some fangs, they just, if they do this, it turns these holes into eyes. So maybe that's what they were thinking of. Actually, no. They would make the pyramid, they would fill it in, and then they'd put two holes for the eyes. Then all they need is like these two jellyfish arms and then some teeth. Huh. That's interesting. It's a fun way to think about it. Ooh, okay, actually this might be doing exactly what I was talking about. E for eraser? Wonderful. Part of why I'm using like the keybinds is because I can barely reach these. My drawing tablet gets very upset at me when I try reaching for those. So I'm gonna first like bash my keyboard and if I'm unable to reach like these, I'll have to reach for my mouse and put my tablet down. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we got that drawing done. This one's a little like more complicated with his like stringy pattern, but it's the same head, it's just different arms. So this is more of a, I mean, these are both jellyfish. This one's just like a very stringy jellyfish. Ooh, the fill tool. Okay, let's guess. Is it F? It's not F. S, D, E, W, Q, R, A, S, D, W. The. I'm gonna press every. Ooh, was it G? Did I just get it? Was it G? Huh. I will find out. It is G. Ooh, very nice. So we know I'm gonna put it down on the concepts. Ooh. So we have our pencil that is, we have pencil which is B, for pencil. We have our eraser. And for any of these type of things where the keybind is the same as one of the letters in it, I like to highlight the letter because it ends up giving you like that intuition that this might be linked. So eraser is E, and our fill tool is excuse me, there we go. Oh, I see what's happening. My chat is being a tad temperamental. There we go. I've moved it to the side. Haha. And now I add this where is this? The G, to show that we are that's the keybind. And you know what? This gets a cute little binds. Gosh darn it. I need to make a straight line. There we go. Binds. Wonderful. So those are our tools. Now I jump back into our game and then I pull you guys back in. And speaking of, what is my switcher doing? Why is it not catching the game? Let's see. Ooh. I will also add this then. And now when I do this, okay. So I'm gonna switch to concepts and then back to the game. Aha! It got it. Nice, wonderful. Ooh. Oh hey, yeah. Watch out for gaps. So the concepts we've learned so far is I mean, there isn't a concept yet. Oh, it's faster to fill many pixels and then erase the extras. I took off my glove to use 2 seconds of the mouse and then put it back on. Was it worth it? I have no idea. But we move with it. So wait, I have an idea. Now that I have funny concepts, right? Because the team was nice enough to let me have use the premium version, I can do this. Ooh. Boom. That's our first lesson here. Sometimes it's faster to fill too many pixels and then erase the extras. Haha. Okay, now I jump back to the game and you guys are back with me. Wonderful. Okay. This is being funny. Maybe I have to go back and back in. Okay. Oh, I know why it's being funny. I just have to hit a very specific option. Nice. Now it shouldn't mess with me. There we go. So use the pencil to fill the holes so that we can hit our fill button and boom, there we go. Is that a banana? What is this? Interesting. Now that you know the 3 most essential tools, use them in unison to quickly complete the sprite. I wonder, wait, I'm just gonna erase this because I'm just thinking to myself. So, I wonder what the thought process behind this was. So, they wanted to make a UFO, right? So, a UFO is like vaguely banana. So, so what if they just like filled it up this way at first, right? Or actually not even these, like they kind of expected the UFOs like zoomy nature, like the long nature to really show it, the fact that it's circular, right. So if it had like a square top, it would be like this, right? But instead of having a square top, if it has a circle top, it's gonna instead show more like this. Oh wow, that's actually a learning I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna note it down for myself. This is my now. Actually, that's a good third section to have. See, there's stuff I learn, and then there's stuff I hypothesize, right? So I'm going to start storing my hypotheses. So these hypotheses will be filled with my own things that I feel that I like, that I want to test against stuff. Now, these aren't learnings for you guys to necessarily copy because I'm a beginner, and so I do not know if any of these hypotheses have any weight whatsoever. But its hypotheses would be a plural, so hypotheses. So one. Oh, oh boy. So this little guy makes the the top look square or like a cube. So if I am able to take this picture and instead, I just discovered a new tool while I was pressing those buttons, by the way. And instead I make it like this. If I make it like this, oop, become small. Oop, landing. Land. Oop, landing. Oh gosh, what is wrong with my handwriting? Land. Land. Landing. I am going to rewrite that just to make sure that it's legible. uh, don't worry about that. I can do this. Pixel art stream where my biggest challenge is writing in a legible manner without shaking my hand. Lending the top layer to the second can help make a circular effect. This might come intuitively to many of you artists, but to me, it's very interesting. There we go, back to the game. And yeah, now when they've made that circle, right, the little circle top, they complete it like this, like they add some weight to this. And since this is already here, like these two dots are already blocking it, it kind of wraps around those blocks, right? And that makes it a thicker circle thing. And so if I were to go ooga booga and just like fill this whole thing, it looks like this, right? And that's not, oh, I can't control Z. That's not exactly what they're going for. So they just like, they are able to depict that thickness by just making this whole thing like a block with that exterior, the circular exterior, because the rest of it, right, it like fills in obviously, because any more on the outside, on the outline, would just make it like super jaggy, right? And so like I'm going to erase all of this just to depict what I'm saying. So this UFO, right, its outline would be something like this, right? And they know they want to put eyes on it, so that's going to happen later. But then when it has that like croissant looking thing, right, it ends up having these little pointy things, these two fangs, which most of them have. And it's not a fang, actually, it's a cannon. The bullets come out from here, but they look like fangs to me. They're cute. And we have these like thrusters, right? And so the thrusters need to exist. And then after that, they're like, hey, how do I make this look interesting? And they're like, let's make these eye looking things inside it, these lights in this UFO. And boom, that's how they did that. So what did we learn? We learned that we can make this like UFO like circular effect by breaking those blocks on the top of what otherwise would have been two right angle triangles and a line connecting them. So actually, just for my own amusement, I'm gonna test something. So okay, if I was doing this from scratch, right, and I was not a like master artist, I would make a right angle triangle, right? I would make another right angle triangle. Then I would make a square in the middle of it. So these are two right angle triangles, these are two squares. Then I'd make these like small double mix, like I'd make a, actually no, these are not triangles. It is a triangle, yeah. I'd make this like inverse triangle. I'd make this inverse triangle. I'd make this square or rectangle or whatever, right? Because the cannon needs to exist. And then I'd go like, okay, I have this. Now how do I make it nice? And I want to make it more circular, so I remove these. And now I just like Omega just like chugging the fills. And then I give it some eyes. That's very interesting. You can, from just two right angle triangles, a square, and these two inverse triangles, you're able to make this wonderful shape. That's nice. That's interesting to see. An efficient pixel artist will learn how to use these keybinds. Oh nice, I was doing that out of laziness. Ooh, I wanna look at this shape. I wanna understand how it works. So okay, we've got our rectangle here. Right, because it's a chunky body. We've got this, it needs like these shoulder pauldrons, right? To kind of, you know, make its body. And we've got two straight line arms. Then we've got these legs. We've got some antenna, which are, these are all lines, like these aren't like proper shapes as far as I can see, right? The way I see it is it's a square with these two rectangles and then these two rectangles. And then we have two diagonal lines and now this is doing this weird thing. Okay, we have a very normal looking shape here, but now get this. To give it these funky turny legs, that adds a lot of character to it. It's so bizarre in a good way, you know? It's like it's supposed to be weird and creepy. Then they give it this like okay, I know what they probably did. They filled this and then they gave it eye holes. So it's a filled rectangle. So wait, just to reiterate what's being done here. So they made a rectangle. They filled it. They gave it antenna. They gave it like these shoulder thingies. They gave it arms. They gave it these funky legs just to spice it up a little. Otherwise it would look kind of like this. It looks like it's T-posing, the poor thing. And then they gave it eyes. Or maybe this is like what they started out with, like this cute spider thing, and then they're like, we don't want it to be a spider, we want it to be like a walking looking creature. And so they gave it these like twiddly legs. It looks like it's trying to talk. Hello, help me, I'm going to kill you. Okay, so we have this wonderful creature from Space Invaders. Reference images will be very important throughout your creative journey to draw more accurate and believable images. Got it. Okay. So, going off of what I've learned from observing artists, I believe we should be able to break it down, like break what we're looking at down and practice our skill of observation. Now, more advanced artists will likely be able to figure this out way faster than me, but this is going to be fun to look at. So, okay, get this. What I'm seeing here is it's a 3-dot rectangle. Sorry, okay, 3-dot rectangle. So that's 3x 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 3x7 rectangle. Space 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7x 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 7x8 square. In fact, let's make it 8x8. So so 3x7 and then 8x8, and then it gets cut on 3 and 5, 3 5 and 8. 3 5 2 4 and 8. Okay, gets cut on 2 4 and 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Oh, these are actually 2 8s. So one 3x8 and one 8x8, and it gets cut on 2 5 and 8. Nice, let's try that. Oh. So let's hope I remember this. So what I'm seeing is 1 2 3. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is a 3x8, and then we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Oh, I thought it was an 8x8, but it was a 7x8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And this 8x8 is slashed on 2. 1 2. That means it must have some funky stuff going on here. Maybe 2. Two, 1 2 3 4 5. 5 and 8 naturally ends up getting, no, it was 2 and 4. 2 4 and 8. And this little brush was like something like this, and then as it approached 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, over here it seemed to stop being that, so it was like spreading out, so it was something like this. And this was like I don't remember quite. Okay, this was my best attempt at converting into shapes. Let's see where we are. Okay, it seems to have like a bar going. So like 3 lines. One's actually, it's like this diagonal looking shape. So the diagonal shapes are there, and then there's these vertical lines in it. So let's try that. So it's got verticals going through, and where this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. That looks about right to me. Oh, the verticals aren't supposed to pierce that deep in. Okay, now where are we? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, okay. I see what I did wrong. This handle's too big. This is supposed to get cut here, and this is supposed to. Ah, okay. I see. So, if I wanted to deconstruct it again, right? Maybe this is what I should have done. So let's try this. Let's make a rectangle here. Oop. Let's make a rectangle here, right? Then I make this connecting dot. And then I make this square here. And this square is not much of a square because it's supposed to just basically be a connector here. So actually, it's not a square. This is a rectangle. Then these are connectors. And this is a square. So it's got 1 line, 2 prongs, so like a pie inside, and 3 dots here. And these 2 removed. Did I get it this time? No, and this. So let's try reconstructing this again just so that I understand what I'm doing. So what we're dealing with here is a rectangle, 2 connectors, a square, and I make this square eat a pie. So there's a pie symbol in here, and then I give it this like funky corner piece over here, and then I remove these 2 dots and I remove this because, you know, it's supposed to, I'm carving it into a handle. I'm carving into a handle by giving it that. Ooh, okay. So remember the fundamental I talked about where you can convert a square into a circle by moving its dots to a lower layer? Ultimately what's happening is that this, like this pixel right here, is being moved into this. Oops, sorry. It's being moved into this. So by doing that, it gets this like circular effect. Then since the brush has like a appearance that looks like the wooden part goes down to here, it's actually open from here. And then since that wooden part is going down to here, then it's open, it goes till here. And then the brush begins here, which is why the brush is like the square. And the parts where, actually this isn't even the brush, this is like this metal plate. So in actuality, what this is, sorry, I have to redraw this to understand. So okay, we have these like this rectangle, right, which is the handle, the stick part of the handle. We have these connectors, and then we have a line. This is our handle. It's like a little stamp. So it's a rectangle. It's a compound shape. It's a rectangle with 2 right angle triangles and then a line. So let's see this compound shape again. It's a rectangle which has 2 which ends as 2 right angle triangles, which is closed by a line. And then this same line over here is being used as a base for a square. And so we get a square over here. And this square is going at 2 because of this, right? Going at 4, which is to show this metal plate in the center. It has these like ridges to show the brush. It has these 3 dots. And then we give the handle, like we remove the square, the cube part of the handle to make it a circle end. And now we've intuitively built this design by having a rectangle, 2 right angles, and this separating line, and then this like brush separator, 2 lines, and then just like 3 pixels of detail. That's how little detail we needed. Sometimes it's just those 3 pixels. And even if we didn't have them, this is a pretty solid brush design. Like this is just the artist's touch to have this like little drippy lines. That's very interesting. Oh my god, what is going on down there? What's up, Mateo? Dali once said, click on the notebook. Roald Dahl once said, Walt Disney once said. Oh man, he only has 3 quotes. This has to be a bug. I'm sure he must have more quotes. Like, something feels itchy about that. In the drawing app under the challenges section, select a pixel art sprite and copy it to show you got the hang of using pixel art software. Okay. Ooh. Okay. YOLO challenge. Choose a sprite to copy to make sure you are ready to complete pixel art drawing assignments. This challenge requires you to copy an existing game sprite. Okay, I hope I don't need to... Oh, never mind. I'm sure these cards must have it on it. 1 color or more. No! Okay, I need to do the colors tutorial ASAP. No! Okay. Character or something else. Okay. I want to have a loony to flip. Let's see. My scene says 469 pixels, and that's an odd number, so I'm gonna pick the odd thing. By that same logic, I'm gonna go with 6, which is even, and 4, which is even. So what is this guy? Ooh, Abaj Semo. The Locomalito. Locomalito? I don't know how it's pronounced. 2010. Yeah. What is going on over there? What am I looking at? Oh. Okay. Okay, let's try to figure this out. So this guy, this is a very funky shape, but what can I see? I see square, right? So big square. And okay, let's do this while looking at it because my memory capacity can't hold all of this info. But we'll try to stick to doing like shapes. So oh, different red. Okay. So we have like a 1 gap over here of this square, right? And I'm gonna complete this shape. It goes down to like here. And then after that square, we have 2 black squares in the center. And the way we get that is by making a line in over here and just rounding it entirely. Right? And then after we have those black squares, we want a black nose. And then when we want this skull-like appearance, right? It can't be a face because it has no mouth. And the way a skull works, right, is that its mouth ends up when you don't have a lip in front of your teeth look longer, and thus it looks further down, so it gets pushed down by 1. And that, you know, the ridges show the teeth, so that's the skull. And the skull follows the logic that we talked about for circular shapes, where its edges would get trimmed to give this circular look. And that's the base of the skull. Now, everything that connects to something needs some kind of connecting support. So I imagine it uses those same shoulder joints that we saw before. Because the wing on its own, right? I imagine the wing on its own would be like over here. Like, imagine like a TIE fighter. It would be something like this, right? It's a big like D letter because it's just kind of connecting over there. The same thing over here. Oh, I forgot to erase the shoulder. So the same thing over here. We'd have like this big D letter. Now, that's what a wing would look like. How do we give it some aerodynamic sauce? We make it a little pointier, which these guys did with these dots, right? And they made it pointier from down here too. So they made it, instead of expanding from down here, it's supposed to catch some wind. So they expanded from out there. And so it catches more wind now. And they made it so that this wing has like, okay, so a wing, right? It's not a completely hollow shape. So remember how I like talked about these D letter things? If they went with the D thing, they would have to end up doing this. And these are wings, right? But they're not quite like, they're very heavy wings. And this skull guy, he looks like he uses thinner wings. At least that's what the devs were thinking. Let me put the shoulder joints back here. And so this is a functional design, but they decided to give it some more aerodynamic sauce. And how do they do that? By making these wings kind of like ridged over here. So they added these openings, so it only uses this section for producing wind. And it's more of a glider. It's like very TIE fightery. I really like this design. Let me there's a lot over here that I learned, but it's so hard to note down. So I'm gonna start from scratch and kind of start like just run it through in my head again. So I'm gonna try to not look at this, except for just finding out the dimensions of that square. Okay, I'm gonna hide the skull so that I can think. Oh, and the D is full, so okay. I'm going to make this as big as the, like almost as big as the actual shape, because that makes sense to me. Oops. Okay. We've got this basic shape. This is basically what our thing is. Wing left, wing right, and the main skull. Our skull needs a shoulder to connect to these wings, right? Our skull needs to remove these to get that circular look. He needs his eyes, so I'm going to put a line in the middle and surround it entirely. And then after that, he wants to have a nose, and he needs to have his lips move one ridge down, so I'm gonna fill this in and then empty this out. Then the way a skull works is, after the nose level, it seems to diagonally fall. So over here, we end up getting these. Then after the nose level, when it's diagonally falling, I can either make it like this, right? Which doesn't really give me space for teeth, or I can make it, just make teeth right here. Boom, that's the skull. And now I add some aerodynamic sauce. Oh, speaking of, by the way, this was like completely out of my vision. You're gonna have to take my word for it because I had it like behind my mic. And over here, right, we have our like aerodynamic sauce section where they end up making these like top thingies, and they could fill in this wing this way, but they want to make it more like glidey. And then there was something going on down here, like it was like this or something. Okay, I have completely forgotten what they did down there. Let's see. They Oh, okay, so after they had these ridges, they made these deeper and more connected, right? And then they expanded this out to get more of a dragon wing look. If I don't have that, this looks more like a like it's flappy and it's glidey, but it doesn't have quite that glidey sauce that they can use the rest of the frame for. So this like juice that they added to it, that had so much, honestly. It's like car spoilers. That's cool. That's nice. Learn about switching colors. What is this? Huh. I must. Oh. What's the menu? Oh, what the heck? Huh? I pressed escape. It did not like that very much. I thought that I could only leave from this. There's a player too? Oh. I must prove that all those hours playing on ancient Nokia phones were worth it. I have been raised for this one purpose. That is to play Ancient Snake. I wonder whether I can go through the walls, but I don't want to risk it because I'm too hungry to just do my best. You know what? If I can, I'm gonna use it as a self-inflicted restriction to not go through the wall. Wait, I'm speeding up. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, I did not turn in time. Tragic. Out of my... Ooh, as a self-imposed restriction, I'm not gonna... I can do one more try if they let me draw it. Okay, what my snake supposed to look like? Is this like the full snake? I wonder. Oh, is this my head? Wait, if it's my head, then I can do this. Perhaps I make it an arrow. Wait, what if we use our learnings, right? We use our learnings. We become smarter. We become stronger. So I'm going to make this over here, make this a little shorter, make this this way, and make him like this square. And then I'm going to fill his eyes in and his nose, and instead of this mouth being filled, it goes down. Now I'm going to make it this way, and then maybe... Oh, look at that. So I could have done what the previous artist did and did this, right? But I have my vampire, and wonderful. I have made my vampire. And then a little detailing. No, that's not detailing. Wait. What if you make a cute vampire? So I'm gonna give him like this, and I'm gonna give him like these cute little eye shines. Wait, is right better than left? Let's see. I can't tell. Okay, I personally like this one better, but I'm gonna test one more thing. Yeah, no, top left. It has to be top left. Nice. Okay. This isn't square, but you know what? It should be fine, I think, I hope, maybe, potentially. And can I make it more, like, bigger? Am I limited? Wait, this works. I give it some definition. Maybe I give it like a darker gray. Can I give it a darker gray? No, I can't. Oh, maybe I can. You know what? No, adding more definition is way above our scope right now. We just care about getting this guy out here. Wonderful. This is my skull. And you know what? He's gonna eat let's make it a... What's a blood bag look like? What does a blood bag look like? Okay, I imagine like a square, but okay, it's like circular from below and circular from the corners. Then it's filled with this, and it's got like a little... It's got like a wire of sorts. And how do I depict a wire? No clue. But this is gonna have to do. This is a wire. Okay. Wait, did it save? I really hope it saved. Okay, nice, it did. This is going to be our new Snake game. I'm gonna have to play it once. There's no way I'm not gonna play this once. Snake it is. The blood bag looks like a juice bottle. Oh my god, what is this poor thing? Oh, this is so weird, so sad. This this poor little guy is like, can I have blood, please? This is like the most uwu this is the most uwu skull I've ever seen. I should have given him a face if I have space to give him a uwu face. But no, then I can't have the... It doesn't quite... I need a darker red for it to look like this skull is like, you know, like it has blood or something. Ah, yes. Wow, I got the exact same score as last time, which is significantly worse than tragic. Did I turn Spotify back on somehow? What? Oh, that's actually great. What the heck? Ooh. Oh, fast forward doesn't fast forward, it just skips. But I want to see what else they have. I'm very curious. What other disc is there? Tell me the other one. I want side B. Ooh, is it? Oh, that's how it changes. Oh, I can just click on any song, it goes there. I was really vibing with the track that started back then. I'm sad, where did it go? Maybe if I don't have any songs on. Nice, it's back. This track gives very where's the name? I have it written down over here somewhere. Where is it? Oh boy. My computer seems to be upset at me. Is my stream up? Oh boy. Ah. Everything is frozen and I don't know whether everything's good. Oh gosh. Is my game okay? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? Oh boy. My cursor is on its own quest. Maybe I can task manager the game. Maybe that's the solution. Set me free! Oh boy. I really hope this doesn't crash my stream. Okay, come on. It's been crashing for long enough. This is the slowest death I've ever seen. Let me use my machine, please. Oh, jeez. Let me free. Set me free. Machine. Oh, come on. Let me open my task manager. I'm fighting the impulse to spam Alt F4. Maybe that's the solution. Maybe I just press Alt F4. Go gadget. Alt F4 until something fixes. Yo, stuff. I can't even see what application is the one that's causing my machine to act up. And end process window. No. Bring it back. Okay, I have a solution. I'm gonna have to restart the stream. Maybe it's a... You know what? My mouse is being very slidey. Maybe Wacom is acting up. No, that wasn't it. Oh, my game's working again. Huh, weird. My cursor's back to normal. Did pressing random button suddenly fix it? Oh, no, we're back. We're back to the funny action. How dare you click off the game? Crashes everything. Oh my god. You know the worst part is I can't even see chat the entire time. So Okay. Come on. You can do this, machine. You can do this. Bring me the task manager. You know, turning on the task manager is basically like going, mods, manager, knights, unhand me. Get that cretin. Okay, this... I really need to do something. Oh my god. Let me... I think I might just power down my machine by holding the power off button. Maybe, perhaps. Oh geez, that would suck to do though. If there's a black screen on stream, don't worry. There's a black screen on my machine as well. we are facing technical difficulties so intense that I can't see what's going on.